All right, folks, welcome to another episode of the Abundant Will podcast, episode 11. Um, man, crazy, busy week. Um, I don't know if you guys could see, but if you see my face, it's all cut up all the way down here. I think I got three stitches up here and then one right there. So Sunday, we were all hanging out in the living room and stuff, and we were being loud, and the dogs were around us and stuff like that. And Kyla was getting ready to go to some Spanish speech thing or something like that, and the dog was like laying in his bed, and I thought he was awake, and so I like snuck up behind him and like grabbed his back legs and went and kind of like fell next to him while he was laying on his bed, but he was completely asleep, and I startled him like really bad and scared him bad, and he snapped at me, and he got me good. Here, I'll show you a picture of when it just happened. Hold on. Yeah, there you go. Oh, look at that. That was in the emergency room. Got me good, man. All right, just one more. Yeah. uh, he got me pretty good. He's a big boy. I know he's a pit bull. I'm pretty sure he's mixed with like a mastiff too, because he's like 125 pounds. That's him. So like you could see, like his whole entire, or my head was in his mouth. Here, I got one more picture just to kind of so you guys could like see his size. So yeah, pretty big boy. Yeah, I effed around. I found out, and yeah, dude, just another scar to add to the collection. uh, I swear, man. Yeah, if it had to be me, you know what I mean? It's just crazy. But I want to reiterate, it was completely my fault. I don't even know why I did that. I mean, I mess with him all the time. He's a big teddy bear, but I mean, I didn't realize he was sleeping. But you know, whoops. And yeah. So when we got to the hospital, they had us fill out a victim report. I'm like, victim? I'm like, yeah. Well, you know, it's just that's how it goes. And then the next day, at like 7:15 in the morning, the county called me, and they're like, "Hey, are you William Kohler? We're just checking in with you." And I'm like, "Listen, man, I don't want any problems. I don't want to, you know, start nothing. No kind of anything. It was a complete accident, and it was all my fault." And they were like, "Yeah, it's all good. It's your dog. You know, whatever you say." But I mean, if it would have been somebody else, I'm pretty sure they'd probably have us put him down or something like that. But I know he he would never ever bite anybody ever. I know he wouldn't. I know he wouldn't. He's just a great dog, and I messed up. So, and cause and effect, dude. So, you know what I mean. Be careful of the decisions you make. So, anyway, I think last episode I had told you guys that I think I had an appointment with the TB doctor, or maybe I had the appointment, but anyway, I did. I met with the TB doctor. Everything is all good. I will just have to take medication um, until they get the urinalysis back from the donor, and if there's no TB in his urine, then I'm good. And then, so Monday of last week, I didn't hear anything. Tuesday, I didn't hear anything. Wednesday, I didn't hear anything. And then Thursday, I got a call that the match is all good. The team met Wednesday, talked about the case. They talked to the donor. Everything's all good with the donor. They're still ready to move forward and all that stuff. So I have my date. My transplant date is January 9th. And I mean, I still don't even know like what to say, or I'm still not even sure if it's even hit me yet. It's just kind of like, wow, you know what I mean? And thank you. And I'm eternally grateful. Like I said, I'm not saying this to like sound like a cocky asshole or anything like that, but I just I knew it. I knew it was coming. I knew it was going to be soon. I just didn't know exactly when or anything like that, but I knew it. I knew it in my bones that this was going to happen, and I'm glad that it's finally here. I am just thoroughly, eternally grateful. I mean, I can't believe it, dude. I can't believe I have to go through this again. It's just crazy. So, I mean, here we go, man. The third transplant of my life. January 9th. Here we go. And I was going to say I'm not like really huge in numerology. I'm trying to kind of trying to understand it now, but I mean, check this out. This is a little crazy. So, January 9th of this year is when this all started. So me and Jill, we went to Northwestern. We got my blood work done. We were having breakfast at the Crispy Waffle, and then they called us and they said, get back up here. Your blood work is jacked up, dude. You need to be in the hospital right now. And that's when we found out that I needed another kidney transplant and all that. So January 9th. So a year to the date is my transplant date. The other thing that's wild about this is January 9th is also my brother's birthday. My birthday is February 9th. My sister's birthday is June 9th. Jill's birthday is August 9th. And her dad's birthday was August 9th. So just, I mean, wild, dude. A lot of nines, just craziness. I mean, I can't believe that, within a year's time that I've been through everything, got on the list, got a donor. I mean, everything within a year, man. That's pretty good, man. I mean, it's a lot to be grateful for. I mean, yes, it sucks going through this every single day. It's a pain in the ass. Yeah. But overall, I'm just thoroughly and eternally grateful and very thankful. And now that like I'm here, I could see the I could see why I had to go through everything that I had to go through to get to this point, and I'm just grateful for everything and all of it, if that makes any sense. So yeah, as far as updates and what's going on, obviously the my face thing, and got my transplant date, and just a couple, or just something I wanted to just kind of talk about a little bit, um, this episode, because I mean I don't have a lot of time because took up some of it with the updates, but we got some. But I just want to kind of say that as if you're just starting out trying to become spiritually enlightened and live in a frequency of love and light and truth and things like that, it's going to be tough, okay? And even if like you know about this stuff and your experience, it's still tough because you're still human and you still have emotions and thoughts, and you have to be aware of all of it. But what I want to say is this path, sometimes it's a lonely one. It doesn't have to be, but a lot of times it is, because so here, just kind of as a reference, so like in the Bible, when they're talking to about Jesus and Barabbas and the other guy, and Caesar's there, and he goes, your law permits me to let one of these criminals go. Um, your law permits me to let one of these criminals go. Uh, would you rather it be Jesus, the truth, the light, all good things, or Barabbas, the murderer, the adulterer, the robber, raper, whatever. Um, and then in the Bible it says, with one resounding voice, the crowd yelled, "We want Barabbas." Because nobody wants to hear about the truth and the light, and nobody wants to you know um, do the work that it takes to live in a state of love and gratitude and abundance and things like that all day, because it's a lot easier just to not have to worry about it, right? But so it could be a lonely path. It doesn't have to be, but it can be. Mostly because y- you're gonna be willing to sacrifice things that other people aren't. And what I mean by that is like I guess when I wasn't living like this, all I wanted to do was get high, or just have a beer and relax and chill and do whatever, and not. I didn't want to read. I didn't want to meditate. I didn't want to pray. I didn't want to do any of that. You know what I mean? And so so that's one of the things is you're gonna you're gonna be willing to sacrifice things, and most people aren't, because I mean, for example, let's say if you're just like getting out of addiction or trying to stop using every day, dude, you have to change stuff, because if you don't change, nothing's going to change, and then you're going to be right back to where you're at. And and you don't want that, and then you end up in the vicious cycle of just going through the motions again, right? And see, most people are living in fear. I mean, if you pay attention to the news, you're living in fear. If yeah, I mean anything like that. If or most people are worried and concerned about what everybody else thinks, and what everybody else is doing, and trying to keep up with the status quo, and all this stuff. And it's like, uh, you could do that if you want to, but I mean, you're never ever going to manifest a life of abundance if you don't change anything. And you have to start reading, and you have to start um, getting knowledge about any and everything. And I mean, these are the things that you're going to have to do. And you're also going to have to be careful of the people that you have in your life, or that you surround yourself with, because those people and those, uh, for example, like if you have a friend who's always got something going on, there's always trouble, it's always an issue, there's always this, it's always that. I mean, just by like, let's say if you see their name pop up on the phone, just that'll get your body all jacked up, and not living in a frequency of love and gratitude and things like that. So you have to be careful of uh, who you're around in your life. I mean, you might even have to like put family at a distance for a little bit. And until you get right with yourself, until you can go through life without having any reactions, or um, just being emotional about everything, uh, things like that. Fitting in, fitting in is costing us everything. It's costing us our peace, our authenticity, all of it, because um, when we're trying to fit in, we're compromising who we really are, and who we really should be is a person that just brings love, light, truth, understanding every circumstance, situation, person, place, thing that we come in contact with on a daily basis. You know what I mean? And another thing about this might be a period where you're going to have to walk alone when you're meditating, and when you're reading books and you're writing your goals down and saying affirmations and things like this, because people, some people won't like the change that they see in you, because your growth kind of threatens their comfort, right? So they see you not taking the easy way out and constantly saying the right things or constantly just doing the right thing. Now they're like, ugh, I got to be around this guy. I mean, I guess if he's going to do, you know what I mean? If he's going to do the right thing. So, you know, another reason, like, it's a lonely road. And that's okay, because guess what? You have to get to know yourself, because believe it or not, you don't know yourself. You just know the program that you that you've been given your whole life and that you've been running on since day one. So uh, it, it's okay if you push people out for a little bit and focus on yourself and focus on getting to know yourself. Focus on having positive thoughts and having positive thoughts of others, and just doing positive things. Okay, because y- here's the thing: you don't need to be validated by anybody, because you're already validated by God and the universe and all of that. Okay, and you deserve everything that you want, and you can achieve it. But you, like I've been saying episode after episode, man, you have to believe it. And when you're walking alone, you're basically um, awakening to your true self, because you have to get to know yourself, and then you have to get to know, like, whatever your story is, whatever your skills are, put that all together and come up with a passion of how you can help others with it, because that's the number one ticket, dude. The only purpose of us being here is to love, lift up, and help one another. That's it. Period. So as soon as you can understand that, and as soon as you can walk through your day with the just complete overwhelming feeling of love and gratitude for everything and everybody, then you're on your way. You have to be the person that loves people for who they are and not for what they could do for you. Uh, that that's who we have to become. And I mean, basically, it, all you really want to do is you want to, well, first you have to break your subconscious and reprogram it, and that comes by repetitive reading, podcast after podcast, listening to stuff like this, um, uh, meditating, just writing down your goals, writing down your affirmations, and it has to be just constant. You have to like overload and flood your brain with this kind of stuff for a long time, because like I say in every single episode, however old you are, you've been running on the same exact program for that many years. So you're not just gonna break it overnight, and you're not gonna just stop all of um, all of the negative thoughts and the living in lack and the living in fear, because you're living in lack and fear and having negative thoughts, and you probably don't even realize that that's happening. I didn't. It took me a long time. It took me probably, I don't know, 3.5, maybe 4 years to like actually start like getting myself dialed in to where like, okay, I could tell I have the feeling now, and I could see things happening, and okay, I've been imagining this in my head for however long. I've been feeling it. I've been walking in the vibration and in the frequency, and it's coming to fruition. But it took a long time to get there, man. A long time, because forever all I did was just emotionally react to everything, and react in a bad way, anger and resentment and all kinds of just bad stuff. So it takes time, it takes work, and you're gonna have to completely change yourself, so people around you will change, and you may have to walk alone, and it may be a lonely road for a little while, but that's okay, because I mean you have to get to know yourself anyway, and you got plenty of time to work on yourself than to have to worry about anything else or anybody. So yeah, be careful of who you let in your circle. You know what I mean? Um, and be aware of people who try and steal your energy, try to get a rise out of you. You have to be aware of stuff like this. I know I'm just kind of ranting again a little bit. It's just it's been a wild week. It's been a busy week, and I'm just trying to give you guys a little bit of something. I mean, I'm so close to having 50 subscribers so I could go live, and then we can start getting some questions and some interactions. And then once I could actually go live, I'll do my episodes for like an hour and a half, and like really we'll like get dig deep into the stuff. But yeah, for right now, that's where we're at. So I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of the week. I hope that everybody who's watching this gets as good as news as I got, and I hope everybody is on their way to living their best abundant life, and you know let's let's spread some love and some light, because the world needs more love and it needs more light, and we need each other. We do. We definitely need each other, and that that's all we're here for, dude. We're here for one another, to help one another, to love one another, and not all this other bullshit. All right? So let's get on the frequency of love and living abundantly, and hopefully, I don't know, well, shortly we'll have 50 subscribers, and we'll be able to go live and get this party started. All right? other than that, thank you guys very much. If you haven't liked or subscribed, I would greatly appreciate it if you could. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in a couple days.